guys, so we are back today at another one of our favorite venues in Malibu, Calamigos Ranch. And today we are at the Redwood Room, and we're just going to start with the ceremony area, which is a beautiful outdoor space just adjacent to the Redwood Room. And this is where guests enter. For point of reference, valet is right down there. So guests are all just going to come down this path. Now today we're not doing music for ceremony. That you'll see that we have musicians. However, we have set up speakers and we're doing microphones for the vows and for the officiant. And we've also added an extra mic to the musicians to amplify their sound, which we'll show you in a moment here. All right guys, so here's the musician setup. There's a few different places that they can be placed. Today they are back here right where they greet guests, and you can see they have their own PA system today, which is great. A lot of musicians do not come with their own PA system, and if that's the case, then we will put a mic on them and amplify their sound. But for today, what I've done is I've added a mic in front of their speaker, because we've got a set of speakers over here and our mixing console. So the issue is once guests move from this back area, they won't actually be able to hear their sound that well in the front row. So what we did is we just added an extra microphone in front of their speaker array, and then we just run it into our mixer. And then I've got another wireless setup for the officiant's mic, which we're going to put out in the center before we begin. In terms of speakers, we've hidden speakers right down between the bushes on both sides. I'll be honest and say some DJs are lazy and they set up one speaker for ceremony, but because it's such a wide space, if you only had the one speaker, it wouldn't really give really nice even sound coverage to the whole area. And so the beauty of this setup is because that area is elevated, we don't have to use speaker stands. Oftentimes, if everything was on the ground level, then we would use speaker stands because you want the sound projecting at eye or ear level so people can hear properly. And if we did use stands, what we would do is just put the stands far enough out to the left and right so when the photographer is shooting, they would not pick up any of the gear in the frames. All right, so now you can probably hear it's definitely loud and very present at the very front of the ceremony area. And that's just by adding an extra mic in front of their speaker so we can pick up and amplify their sound. So their speakers are covering the back of the area and our speakers will cover the front of the area. All right guys, so when guests come in, they can grab their place cards right here. This is an extra room if there's a larger guest count. Photo booth and other things could go back there, but you can see we've got it closed off today. And this is the Redwood Room, so we're going to just take you through and show you the basic setup here. Over to the left is the bar area. Obviously it's a fixed position, and almost always the DJ goes right here. You can see we've got a basic system, QSC speakers, and a small lighting package to splash some color and energy onto the dance floor, which we'll show you later. 2 speakers and maybe a subwoofer is more than enough sound for this area. You can see that it's going to fill this whole area and it's going to bounce across and fill in this whole area. However, I want to point out that the ceiling drops and there's a lip here, and the DJ system is pretty far away from all the dinner tables. So if we use those speakers for sound for dinner and toast, they're really not going to hear it very well. So what we've done is we have added a fill speaker, and it's wireless. We have a transmitter and receiver sending from the DJ booth. And this speaker is going to be a lot more direct, and so it's going to really fill this area really nice and make all the sound for toast and dinner ambiance nice and clean. And we've also got uplighting in here, which we can show you a little bit later once the sun drops. And then over here, swing around, we've got the cake. And we've done some pin spotting. We just have a simple pipe and bass and some pin spots, and we're also pin spotting the sweetheart table. And we'll show you that once the sun is down. So that is the setup here at the Redwood Room here at Calamigos Ranch in Malibu.